All right, so we're going to be getting started in a few minutes. We still have a few minutes for people to come on in if they'd like to join us today. Just for a quick little pulse check, let me know how you're feeling in your body. Is there any area of tension that, oh, we got somebody else coming. Okay. So take your time. Let me know how you're feeling. Feel free to set up your space with any blankets, pillows, props, your water, and your water. Hey, love. Welcome, Ursula. So we can have the most beautifully comfortable practice of your own making. Oh, that's what I forgot to type in. This.
Yeah, turn it over.
Oh, there we go. We got the light going this time.
Hence,
What? Digestion, everyone. So we have another minute before we're gonna get started. But what I was saying, some of you may have heard, some of you have not heard because you were just kind of connecting your audio. But go ahead and get your water in arm's reach. Any towels, blankets, pillows, yoga blocks if you like to use those, yoga bolsters, straps, whatever you like in your practice, to set up your space if you have not already. And for those of you that are ready, I will know because you're going to either unmute yourself and let me know or put it down in the chat. And when you put something down in the chat or unmute yourself, also let me know what areas of your body, just checking in, what areas of your body would you like to send some extra love, nourishment to? Maybe it's an area of tension, maybe it has like a little tightness to it, or something of that nature. But just let me know where you'd like to send some extra love to your body. Good day, Ami. Welcome to
Hello.
the space, love.
I was gonna say shoulder blades.
Shoulder blades. Okay.
for
Very
me,
good.
actually, my hamstrings were sore, so I'm stretching.
Hamstring, shoulder blades, what I'm hearing so far. Let me know if there's any other areas. And for this yoga practice, oh, Tom says knees, lower back have tension. Okay. Okay. So hitting the shoulder blades, the back, knees.
Knees for me as well.
Knees. Okay.
Yes.
And hamstrings. So everywhere, we gonna hit everywhere today. Sounds good. I'm feeling like coming back to the basics with a nice juicy Kemetic sun salutation may be in order to hit all these spots. Okay, so now that we are, looks like everybody's not getting settled back in. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And what I want to invite, just to give some context, we're gonna begin by checking in with our bodies, by just beginning to notice how we're breathing. So either in a comfortable seated position, or you can lay down on your back if that's more comfortable for you, if that's what you're called to right now. And as you're sitting down, I want you to sit on your sit bones. So you may end up moving some of the booty meat to the side, just so that you can sit on the bones within your bottom and lifting up through the torso. If you're sitting, lifting up like an invisible beam of energy is just gently helping you realign your spine and pulling you all the way to the sky, to infinity. And finding that natural lift, backward drop in the shoulders, just releasing in the shoulders, away from your ears. Noticing how you're feeling in your body. We're going to bring our awareness to the tippy toes, to the toes, the bottoms of the feet. Just beginning to notice any areas of tension within the body. And with your breath, I would like you to use your breath to fill up these areas of tension, with your awareness and with your breathing. Allow for relaxation to follow every single inhalation and exhalation, just melting a little deeper into your seated position, or if you're laying down, Ami, laying down position. And as we breathe in, we're going to inhale energy up the spine using our imaginations, all the way up to the crown of the head, the very top of the head, and then just allowing it to rest between the brows. We're going to pause to observe, and then on the exhalations, exhaling a little more deeply, just emptying out the air in our lungs completely, easily, and relaxing a little more deeply into this now moment. Continuing the scan up to our ankles and continuing the breath. Breathing deeply, noticing within the ankles, the shins, the calves, how they're feeling, just taking some inventory without the label of good or bad, just noticing the raw feeling of them as they are. Noticing in the knees, inhaling energy rising up the spine, expansion in the lungs, expanding in the rib cage, in the chest, just filling up the space in the body. Pause to savor. And on the exhalation, just relaxing a little more deeply, releasing, allowing for the let go, allowing for the let spirit. Pause to savor, just observe how you're feeling. And on the next inhalation, energy rising once again, filling up the space, sending love now, sending love and gratitude and all those good things, peace to your body. Continuing the scan up to the thighs, just spreading that awareness up like a warm beam, just taking in how you feel in your hips, your reproductive organs, sending love to your pelvis, sending love to your lower back. Continuing your breath, I want to invite you to bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth to close that circuit of energy. And as you're breathing, filling up, sending love to those areas of tension, sending love to those areas that call for some more nourishment. And at your own pace, on your exhalations, just releasing a little bit more, letting go a little bit more, relaxing a little bit more into your seated position. Continuing the scan up through the back, noticing in the mid-back, noticing in the shoulder blades, the shoulders, taking in how it feels in your arms, your elbows, your wrists, hands, everything in between, your heart space, kidney, lungs, all the things. Just take a moment just to send some extra love as you're breathing at your own pace. Inhaling energy rising up the spine to the top of the head, coming to rest between the space in your brows, between the space in your ears, right at that seat of perception, the pineal gland within your brain. And on the exhalations, releasing, letting go, allowing for the realignment, allowing for your awareness to be enough, allowing for this moment to be enough. Continuing the scan up to the neck. Just take it all in. Rising up from the shoulders through the neck, the sides of the neck, noticing the base of the neck, your throat, your jawline, taking in how the back of the head is right now, taking in the cheekbones, taking in the space behind the eyes and between the eyes, taking in the forehead, just sending love to all of your crown, all of your neck, head, ears, filling up, energy rising up the spine with the inhalations, tongue connected to the roof of the mouth, perhaps just behind the teeth. Pause to savor, to notice, and on the exhalations, releasing, letting go, relaxing a little more deeply into this, remembering your awareness is enough. Take a moment just to set an intention for this practice today. What is the feeling or the energy that you wish to embody in a word or a phrase? Hold it in your heart. Hold it in your mind. Hold that word or phrase on your tongue. And I want to invite you to speak it aloud, because there's so much power in the words that we say aloud. And this is your practice. Divine love. And flooding the entire being, the entire body with this freedom intention. Let it just flood through you from head to toe. Let it flood through your entire being. We're going to be coming back to this intention throughout this practice today. Continuing the breath. Taking it all in. Begin to bring some movement into your hands, into your toes, into your shoulders. Get into that intuitive movement. If you feel like you want to do some circles in your hips, if you feel like you'd like to extend your feet out, if you feel like you'd like to just stretch all the way out, if you feel like you'd like to just reach, if you feel like you'd like to just continue to breathe. Do what that is that you're called to, that intuitive movement. And when you're ready, we're going to be coming to a standing position at the top of your mat. Continuing to breathe through it. Inhale, creating the space, energy rising. And on the exhalations, finding that release. Okay. So,
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year. So we got two angles. I'm gonna bring this camera tilted up a little bit more. So at the top of your mat, we'll begin into a sun salutation Kemetic style. And in this sun salutation Kemetic style, we're going to bring the big toes to touch. The outsides of the feet are parallel with one another, like railroad tracks. And so you might notice a gap in between your heels. That's perfect. A softening in the knees, a lifting in the torso, a release in the back. We're going to just gently releasing the lower back so that there's a micro tilt in your pelvis to the point of comfort, right? Shoulders lifted up and released away from the ears, hands rested by your sides with Kemetic palms. Kemetic palms simply means that your hands are open palmed, your thumbs are connected to the sides of your hands. This is how they are at your sides in our preparation stance. So lifting up through the torso, energy beam shooting straight through your body, connecting you through to the earth, up through the sky to infinity on both ends, that grounding, right? On the inhalation, we're going to extend the hands out, come out to the sides gently. And on the exhalation, hands come to hover over the thighs. Inhale, hands come up, gently rising, soft wrists. Hands will come to touch at the palms, forming a pyramid to see through. Inhale, creating space in the torso. And on the next exhalation, just releasing the hands down to heart center. Take it all in. Come back to your freedom intention. Come back to a 4-part breath, which means inhale, pause to savor, exhale, pause to savor, keeping that tongue connection. Inhale, hands come up toward the sky. Fingertips toward the sky, reaching up, up, hands still touching. We're going to bring our index fingers and our thumbs to touch, reaching out toward the sides. Elbows give a nice little bend, hips come forward, a bend in the back, lifting up through the spine, creating the space, and using your exhalations to allow you to relax into it, to release into it. So taking your time, you may not go all the way down at first. Inhale, creating the space, elongating in the spine, releasing in the lower back. Don't collapse that lower back. And on the exhalation, drawing those shoulder blades toward one another, shoulders release, belly button to that spine. Use your core to support you. Release. Notice, breathe here. One more breath. Lifting up through the spine, create the space. And on the exhalation, release once more. Inhale, energy rising up the spine, releasing in the backward bend, gazing forward. Hands come back to the top. Fingertips toward the sky, palms touch. And on the exhalation, energy going throughout the body to all areas needed, to the hands and feet, etc. Hands come down to heart center. Inhale, creating space in the torso, shoulders release, belly button to the spine. And we're going to exhale, bringing our fingers forward, coming to a flat back, hinging from the hips. We're coming into a forward fold. So take your time, coming down as far as you can here. If you would like to use any yoga blocks or pillows or something to support you, use that. Inhale, lifting up halfway, creating the space in the back, releasing in the lower back, releasing in the shoulders, belly button to spine, energy rising. On the exhalation, deepening the forward fold. You may bring your knuckles toward the mat on both sides. You may even grab hold of your ankles or your shins or your calves, whichever you have access to. Continuing the breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, energy rising up the spine. Send love, send that freedom and tension throughout your body. Filling up any areas of tension with that appreciation, with that love. And on the exhalations, deepening here in the stretch. Shoulders released, elbows come out to the sides. Deepening the stretch here. I want to invite you to bend your knees so that you can have your chest meet your thighs. So if you have a deep bend in the knees, that is okay. Inhaling through the nose, energy rising. Make those micro adjustments that feel good to your body. Listening to your body. Bringing the hands down to the mat on both sides. We're going to step back with the left foot into lunge. Gaze forward. And exhaling that back knee down gently. Go ahead and point that back foot, point the toes in the back foot, and lay the top of the foot down to the mat. Inhaling, we're going to gather the energy, scooping under on the exhalation and rising up. Gathering, rising up, hands come out to the sides to 3/4 of the way. Energy rising up the spine, and exhale, hands come to touch up top. Inhale, creating space in the collarbone, expanding in the chest, shoulders release, belly button to the spine, bringing the weight between your feet, not focusing the weight in the knee. If you'd like to use a pillow, go ahead and grab it. We're going to exhale the hands down to the knee or the thigh. Inhale, creating space in the body, and on the exhalation, we're going to bring our hips down toward the mat. So straight down, hips come straight down toward the mat for that little stretch in the hips. Inhaling here, if you need to have your hands down beside you, go ahead and do that, or keep them where they are. And on the exhalation, backward bend, pushing away from your hands, pushing away from the knee, backward bend. If it feels good to have that extra support of your hands down at your sides, do that. And on the inhalation, gaze forward, releasing the backward bend. Exhale, hands come down to both sides. And we're going to lift that back knee up, back into lunge. Gaze forward. Energy rising up the spine, creating the space in the torso. And on the exhalation, lifting that front foot back, extending the foot back into downward dog extension, pyramid extension, and releasing it all the way down at your own pace to the mat. Here we're in downward dog or med, pyramid pose. Feel free to bicycle out the knees if that feels good to you. Feel free to step your feet forward so that you can ground your hands in your feet, bringing that awareness into your big toe, pinky toe, and heel, that equal distribution, pushing away from the hands with strong arms. Inhale, energy rising up the spine. Breathe here, make those micro adjustments that feel good in your body. This is your practice. Noticing any areas of tension, use the breath to send love there. What was your freedom intention again? On the exhalation, releasing a little deeper, letting go a little bit more within this posture. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Inhale, energy rising up the spine to the crown of the head, coming to rest to the space between your brows and your ears, pushing away from your hands, strong arms, shoulders released away from the ears, belly button to spine. And on the exhalation, just release here. We're going to come up to our tippy toes on the inhalation. And on the exhalation, releasing the knees down to the mat on all fours, bringing our big toes to touch, pointing those toes and laying the tops of our feet down to the mat. We're going to just gently come to sit on our heels. Here, if it feels good to have a pillow to help support you so that you can let this be a restful posture. You need a blanket here just to give some extra cushion between your thighs and your calves, or right under your ankles. Do so. We're going to bring the forearms down to the mat. Gaze forward. Sphinx pose, pyramid pose. Breathe here. Noticing in your body how it feels to just take in this moment. Sending love to your body, coming back to your freedom intention. What was that energy that you wish to embody? Inhale, reaching the hands out in front, coming into child's pose, releasing the forehead down to the mat on the exhalation. This is a restorative pose. Allow for your breathing to help massage your internal organs. Releasing in your lower back, shoulders released from the ears, making those micro adjustments so that you feel best within your body. Inhaling through the nose, energy rising up the spine, taking it all in. Pause to savor, and exhaling through the nose, releasing, sending energy to any areas of tension, sending love to any areas that need a little extra nourishment. Restore, realign. And on the inhalation, you can either scoop down low in cobra and rise up into what some people know as upward dog or ejo, cobra. And on the exhalation, you can release your head and neck back. If this is a little too much for you, you can come down to your forearms into a baby cobra. Breathe in through the nose, energy rising up the spine. Go ahead and bend those toes under to support you as we rise back into pyramid pose, med. Energy of unconditional love here now. Stepping the feet forward so that you can ground your feet onto the mat, pushing away from the hands. Downward dog, pyramid pose, med. One more breath here, breathing in through the nose. You are strong. Energy rising, sending love to any areas of tension. And on the exhalation, pushing a little further away from the hands, grounding in the feet, feeling that equal distribution between your hands and your feet. On the inhalation, you can come up to your fingertips if that helps. We're gonna step the left foot back forward into lunge. Belly button to spine, gaze forward, shoulders released, away from the ears, letting go. And on the exhalation, lowering that back knee down, pointing the back toes, laying the tops of the feet down. Here we're going to inhale, creating the space in the body, in the torso. And on the exhalation, scooping under the thighs. Pause to savor. Inhale, rising, gathering the energy up and around you. We're inhaling all the way up to 3/4 of the way. Pause to savor. And exhale. Palms come to touch up top. Strong arms. If you need a pillow under your knee, go ahead and place it there. On the next exhalation, releasing the hands down to the knee or the thigh. Inhale, creating the space in the body, shoulders released away from the ears, belly button to the spine. And on the exhalation, drawing your hips down toward the mat for a gentle stretch, only as far as you are ready. If it feels good to have that extra support, you may bring your hands down at your sides or use yoga blocks or anything else that feels good in your practice. Here we're going to push away from the head on the exhalation, bringing the head and neck up and back to release for a backward bend. Belly button to spine, shoulder blades drawn toward one another. Shoulders released away from the ears. Pushing away from the hands. Or you can have your hands by your sides for a little extra support. On the inhalation, releasing the backward bend, gaze forward, creating the space in the torso. And on the exhalation, energy dispersing to the hands and feet, and wherever need to go, hands come back down to the mat. We're going to lift up that back knee into lunge, gaze forward. Strong arms, strong legs, that equal distribution between both feet. We're going to inhale, creating the space in the body, and on the next exhalation, bringing that back foot to extend out and rest down to the mat for pyramid med, also known as downward dog. Pushing away from the hands. Inhale through the nose, energy rising up the spine. What was your freedom intention again? You can do this. Having that equal distribution in your feet, pushing away from the hands. On the exhalations, send that love, send that appreciation to your body in any areas that it needs a little extra nourishment. Make those micro adjustments that feel good to you, whether that is a little bicycle out in the knees, a little step forward. And we're going to inhale, creating the space in the body. And on the exhalation, I want you to bring that left knee in, step forward, drawing it through, coming into lunge.
What?
We're also gonna
Bring the other foot, right?
yeah, yes. We're gonna bring the other foot forward as well. So stepping both feet forward. Bringing those big toes to touch. Outsides of the feet are parallel. Creating space in the torso, energy rising with the next inhalation. Shoulders released away from the ears, belly button to spine. Softening in the knees, bringing those fingertips to touch the mat or knuckles. or you can also grab hold of your ankles if that feels accessible to you, or your calves if that feels more accessible to you. Inhaling through the nose, creating the space in the body, and on the exhalation, releasing the chest toward your thighs. Feel free, bring a bend in your knee. Go ahead and bend your knees if that will allow you to bring your chest toward your thighs as much as they need to be bent. Release in the shoulders, belly button toward your spine, sending love to your body. Inhale, creating space in the body, shoulders, expansion in the collarbone and the chest, release in the lower back. And on the exhalation, deepening the stretch a little bit more. You may straighten out your legs a little bit more, or continue to breathe where you are. This is your practice. Take your time. Breathe. Send love to your body with your imagination, with your breath. Send it to any area that is a little in need of love. And on the inhalation, creating space in the body, bringing the palms to touch out in front of you. We're going to rise up, hinging from the hips, flat back. Fingertips come to the sky. Taking your time. You may tuck your chin if that helps. Take your time. And on the exhalation, drawing the hands down to heart center. Give thanks. Coming back to your freedom intention. Releasing in the shoulders, releasing in the lower back. Sending love to your body. On the next inhalation, energy rising, fingertips come back up toward the sky once more, extending toward infinity. Arms reaching up. Fingertips of your index finger and thumbs come to touch. We're going to bring the hips forward to have some counterbalance, lifting up and out through the spine, long spine. Bring the arms out to your sides, backward bend, drawing the shoulder blades gently toward one another. Don't collapse in your lower back. Breathe through it and extend, elongate in your spine. On the next inhalation, breathing deeply, creating the space in the spine. And on the exhalation, releasing a little deeper. Inhale, releasing the backward bend. Fingertips to the sky once more. To touch up top. Gaze forward. Palms meet. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Give thanks to your beautiful body. Send love throughout your beautiful body. Inhale, creating the space in the shoulders, the lower back. Sending love to the knees, sending love to the shoulder blades, sending love to the hamstrings, sending love throughout your entire body, sending love to the mind. And on the next exhalation, just exhaling the hands down to hover in front of the thighs. Shoulders released away from the ears. Lower back released, belly button to that spine. On the next inhalation, hands come to the sides, Kemetic palms. Knees are softened. We're just going to swing in the arms, continuing the breath at your own pace, like a pendulum, activating the kidneys, activating the liver, activating the pancreas, activating all of these babies within your body, these internal organs.
All of your babies.
All of your babies. And just allow yourself to feel the activation. Allow your arms to stop at their own pace. When you're ready, let's come back into some intuitive movement that feels good in your body, and the intuitive stretching that feels good. Maybe a little movement in the neck or the shoulders. You may look like an interpretive dance. I ain't gonna judge you because I'm gonna be interpretive dancing with you, okay? If you like to widen your stance a little bit, maybe get a little hip rotations, bringing it around town. No SpongeBob, but maybe a little bit. Just let your body tell you what it needs and breathe through it. Inhaling, creating the space for the movement, and on the exhalations, allowing the release, the relaxation, the realignment. When you're ready, we're going to come to stillness, sitting or laying back down on the mat, whichever you feel called to. You can get your blankets, your pillows, your things, if you feel called. And we're gonna come back to that intention. Come to stillness. Come to gratitude. Continuing to deeply breathe. And just connecting with some silence. This is a powerful time that we are gifted with to pair the intentions that we have for our movement practice with the vision that we have for our own lives. And in this last minute, I'd like to invite you to simply allow yourself to relax a little deeper into a seated or laying down position. Allow for your mind to remind you in the form of images, in the form of feeling, in the form of different intuitive inspirations of what it is that you most wish for, you most desire in your life. It could be a vision for 2022, could be vision for today, but what is the most expansive, juicy, joy bringing, peace bringing, fulfillment bringing vision that you have, that comes to you, that has come to you for your own life? And just allow yourself to daydream on it, to imagine it, to feel it now, as though you are living it in this very moment. Feeling all of the gratitude for having attained, having achieved, having experienced that amazing thing that only you can dream. What does it look like now? What do you see? Where are you? What's around you? What does it feel like? To experience this. Give thanks for being gifted with this vision. Give thanks for the knowing that as you imagine, as you mentally rehearse the things that you most desire, that very act, backed by scientists and research study, is proven to be the equivalent of rehearsing it in this reality. So as you feel forward in alignment with this vision, as you keep coming back to this happening now, you are tuning to the frequency of it. The feeling is the frequency. The image is the frequency. The imagining is the frequency. And you'll continue to see evidence in your life that supports this vision coming into fruition, coming into this experience. Because all things happen now. So take a moment just to give thanks for this gift of this vision in your heart and your spirit, for this gift of your body, able to see you through these moments, even if they were a little challenging at points. Giving thanks to your heart, to your spirit, for always guiding you back to what needs to be seen, heard, experienced, or otherwise known. Let's seal this practice with some words of power. These are ancient Egyptian words. Ankh, the energy of eternal life, the life force which flows through all things, unending, infinite, always here, power, life, creation, within you, within everything. Uja, strength, the energy of prosperity, the energy of wholeness, to be complete in that strength. Seneb, the energy of wellness in all ways, without condition. Mer, the energy of unconditional love, always, in all ways. Hotep, peace, that unshakable peace that's always here, sometimes seems to be hiding behind thoughts and feelings, that unshakable peace. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, for sharing this space with me, and for taking the time to simply be as you are and to embrace yourself as you are. So I'd like to open it up a little bit. We have 6 minutes left to chit chat. This is a whole new year, y'all. So I'd love to hear what your experience was today, what your freedom intention was. Mine was divine loves, what came to me. To just embody that in my movement. You're all muted right now, so if you said it out loud, I can't hear a thing that you said. But what was your experience today? I'm gonna get my water and drink some of that.
Cheers.
Yeah.
My intention was to say yes, and I just throughout the practice understood better the way I not come up against my body, but I'm like, okay, wait, to say yes to what is, it's not always the prettiest thing for me. But I said, okay, now this makes sense. Say yes, then try something else. And less no from the attempt. So it's cool. It's cool.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Saying yes is powerful. How did it feel to notice those things that came up and still keep going?
Well, greetings and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Radio.
So grateful to you all and for the space this morning. My freedom intention was to be present, and to just be aware of that tendency I have to be in all other places except right here and right now. And so it was very powerful to notice my body, to notice how good it felt to be right here and not have to worry about being anywhere else. It was very freeing and just a very relaxing and calming practice. We have a little bit of rain and maybe a little bit of snow coming down outside. And so this was just a perfect way to nestle in and be present.
That's amazing.
So, thank you.
Bless. Thank you.
Great to see you again.
Yeah.
Hotep, Happy New Year.
Peace, peace.
Oh. So this was an amazing way to, I feel like it's still been a part of the coming into the new year energy. Oh man, it feels so good. My intention was to be light, and I kind of mean that in a way of just allow myself to be lighter, you know, in moments when it's so easy to get weighed down and to just take in all this heavy energy, but I just want to be light, you know, and I really felt that I was really focusing. I don't even want to say focusing on it, but like just the visual of really letting the energy come up from the base of the spine, really just trying to energize the parts of me that have been closed off or whatever it is, stifled, stagnant energy, especially in my hips, because I still have some issues in my hips. So I was really feeling that light moving and just like shifting energy. And girl, I took a bath before this and I had the body butter. Eucalyptusy and lavendery. If y'all didn't know, Tenci got this whipped shea body butter. Y'all need to find it on the website and like get it. It's
I'll put the link in the chat.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It was a whole good energy for the morning. So I'm really grateful. I just want to say thank you.
Bless. Yeah, we got like this much left in our container.
We're making more today.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get rich. Y'all gonna get rich.
We already
rich.
So click that link so you can check it out whenever you can. We're taking pre-orders now, and we'll start shipping out no later than February.
Yes. And Tom had to go. Tom and Des joined us too, and
they said thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here, for loving on yourself. We got good news. So just like kicking off the new year, we've been able so far to donate 964 plant-based, intentionally prepared meals to kids all over the world, including in the US, through Food for Life. And it's a blessing. So I'm just so grateful to all of you for allowing us to, be able to do this and continue this work, because it's something that's close to my heart. And thank you for being here, for showing up to yourself. If you'd like to donate, the information's in the chat. And the replays to this session will also be posted in the Freedom Tribe,
as well as YouTube,
Facebook group, and on YouTube. So enjoy your days, love on yourself, and we'll see you soon.
And get your body butters.
Okay.